Hello, Grand Rapids. This is City Manager Mark Washington. Thank you for tuning in. Every day I walk in my office and I get the privilege to see one of the most beautiful pieces of sculpture in the world. Right outside of my window, I get to look at the Calder and see the La Grande Vitesse, our sculpture that we affectionately call the Calder. And it reminds me of our history of our city as we celebrate our 175th anniversary. It also reminds me of a very important festival that started in our city almost 55 years ago, Festival of the Arts. And it was started and inaugurated right after the commissioning of the Calder, and it activated a lot of artists in our community. And I want to appreciate the festival for their many years of service, and the board and the organizers and the community volunteers. And while there was an announcement there will not be a festival this year, we're still going to build on what they have so richly invested in over the years. And as we celebrate our 175th anniversary in the month of June, there'll be more information forthcoming about Grand Rapids' birthday party, if you will. And so I want to again appreciate the Festival of the Arts for all of their work, and hopefully we will continue to build on that in the future to have a spring festival that continues to honor the work that they so importantly started. Also want to make you aware that there's been some real good conversations here at the City Commission, important policy direction that was given with the adoption of our legislative agenda. It gives the staff as well as our partners who are helping us in Lansing and DC direction on how to advocate for things that are good for our city, both at the federal and state level. And we are going to continue to do those things that will help our city and not harm our city, and making sure that we are a inclusive community and moving our city forward and doing the things that has gotten us to this point and making Grand Rapids a wonderful place to live, work, and play. And so I invite you to go back and watch that City Commission meeting, but you can also find the legislative agenda online, in which we're going to advocate for resources and legislation that will continue to support our city. Looking forward, next week I'll be providing the City Commission an update on the performance of the organization, where we are relative to the goals that we set out as the budget was adopted last year, but also looking forward to Fiscal Year 26 as we begin to plan and anticipate what funding level is needed to continue the level of government services that are provided to our city. And hopefully there'll be an opportunity for many of you to participate as your time allows for some of the public hearings that we'll have. But I am really excited about the conversations that we've been having with the City Commission. Those that are returning and the new commissioners are all focused on making sure that we continue to elevate the quality of life of our residents here in Grand Rapids. I know there are a lot of conversations that are going on about our democracy at the federal and state level. And I remain determined to continue the level of service that we have in the city of Grand Rapids, the level of collaboration, cooperation in our community. Part of that determination I have is through the rich history, the determined history we have in our American history for Black Americans. This month is Black History Month, and City Commission celebrated that. The mayor issued a proclamation regarding Black history. But it's more than just a piece of paper. It's a culture, it's a spirit that is not only for Black Americans, but it's part of the American spirit that tells us that we can be determined, we can and we must do better. So I look forward to continuing to doing better things in our community, and look forward to seeing you next month.